Just days away from a new year, new opportunities in 2022. But before that, two teams, Crosby and Naugatuck, the battle of the dogs, the Greyhounds and the Bulldogs, both 4-0, and it's going to be quite the battle. WATR's 75th consecutive year of high school basketball is sponsored by Georgie Roofing, Drew International, and by your local neighborhood Waterbury pharmacies, including Bunker Hill Pharmacy. Hello, everybody. Chris Saunders alongside Dave Grant. And also, we have a special guest who will be coming on during the halftime, and I can't just hold it. I have to say it.
Go ahead, go for it.
Big Al himself, Ali Vestro is here. And first off, I just want to say to Al, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to be able to listen to you during the halftime. And Dave, I see you almost every day, so
yeah, well,
you're basically a street over from me.
Yeah, I'm old news. That's what it is. Now it's good having Ali here next to us. Ali and I did this together for 15 years together, the two of us, side by side. And Ali went into retirement, and it's good seeing him back out of the game and listening to his wisdom and knowing what he knows about basketball. And you know what? He gave both Chris and I this great book, which is all about the history of Waterbury basketball. If you haven't gotten it, it's a great read. You're going to hear a lot of stuff coming out this season from this book, facts coming out that we'll be talking about. But I'm looking forward tonight. I'm excited about it. Like you said, battle of the unbeatens. What is it going to be? It's size against speed. That's what it is. However, on the Naugatuck side, S.A. Anakpoma does have some speed, does have that ball handling capability, but can he hold down against all the quick Crosby players? Because we've seen them play, and they are super lightning fast.
Now, looking at both sides, I want to start with Crosby because they played a couple nights ago at Kennedy, and they played a double OT game, a game of which they won 97-91. That was a game that, Nick Algelli told both myself and Dave Grant, there were many, many fouls in that game. I think he ended up with only 4 players that were able to play.
72 fouls called in the game. He finished with 4 players on the court. And won with 4 players on the court.
Has that ever happened before?
I don't
72
know.
fouls?
I don't know. That's a lot of fouls. But hopefully we'll see a good call game today, and it won't be a little nitpick foul game called tonight. And we'll see these guys play some basketball.
Now, looking at Crosby as well, I wonder about the fatigue factor. Because obviously when you play a game like that, first it's a Waterbury versus Waterbury, so you have that energy. Then you got the fact of it being a double OT game. And then the fatigue, because as you would know, Dave, if you don't have your legs for a team like Crosby that can shoot from beyond the arc, I just wonder, are they going to have their legs to be able to sustain another long game? Because this is going to be physical on top of, like you mentioned, the speed.
Yeah, Naugatuck, even though they're big and physical, they will run the ball too. Yep. They're not going to go into a set play. They'll do that when they have to, but they're going to run out there with them too, and that's a good factor to bring up the fatigue factor, because after a long game like that and winning the game, you're riding this high, and the question is, do you get that adrenaline drop? And Nick Algelli, Coach Algelli, is a little worried about, he said our three-point shooting was horrible in that game, and we all know, that's a big part of Crosby basketball is the three-pointer. And he does not hold back from letting them shoot it, but they've been ice cold the last few games from three-point land.
They are shooting 27% from the three-point line, so it's not terrible, but as Dave mentioned ever so eloquently, they are a team that likes to shoot the three. And especially for Nick Algelli, he wants to see in the mid-30s to high 30s shooting from beyond the arc.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe back in the day when it first came out, 27% was good. But, with the way the kids are playing today, they want to see them, shooting in the 30 percentiles to take those shots. And you know what? Quite frankly, I don't like the three-point field goal, because it puts something on the kids. You see them, it's just like they want to pull up and shoot the three. Instead of taking it down or taking it to the hoop, they're backing it out and launching up the three-point field goal. And I think it's harmed high school basketball. That's my opinion.
Now looking over to Naugatuck, they had some history as well. When they played against Derby, their 91-point victory was the largest since January 7th of 2005 when Crosby beat Ansonia 122-41.
That's some serious points.
That's a lot of points.
Now, you know, we talked about the game when we were here with Crosby and how Crosby launched up, or was it, no, it was Holy Cross, launched up 39 points in the first quarter. And we had asked Ali Vestro, you know, what is that? You know, and he told us, I've never, in his memory, can't recollect a 40-point quarter. So that either had a tie a record or break a record with that. So we've got some good record breakings going on here this year already.
And another record, you know, for the players, personal-wise, you have two potential 1,000-point scores with Essayonic Poma and Avery Hinnett. Currently, right now, Essayonic Poma and Avery Hinnett only need less than, what? Hinnett needs 160 points to reach 1,000, and Essay only needs 293. More than I would put money on it, they will get to that at some point, but just thinking about their, you know, missing the state tournament, you know, a couple years ago when they won the NVO championship, thinking about the development of both of these players, Dave, we've seen it since they were freshmen. What to you strikes you the most with both of those players?
Well, first and foremost, look at the big guy, Avery Hinnett. He's 6'7", 6'8", so, you know, on to the next level. He's going to play, you know, swing forward or guard. And you can see that in his play that he knows that, because he's not so interested in posting up down low and doing what big men do in high school, because he's thinking about the next level. That could hurt Naugatuck if they don't get him to at least make some sort of presence in there. Now, Anakpoma, the guy looks like he was born with a basketball in his hand. I mean, he's probably the best ball handler I've seen since Brucey Johnson. You know, Brucey was next to us at the Holy Cross game from 1980-81.
That's high praise.
So he is probably the best ball handler I've seen since Brucey Johnson in the MVL. And he's explosive to the hoop, and he can pull up and hit the jumper too. So you got that 1-2 punch. Where's the third wheel? And it's the same thing with Crosby. They got the 1-2 punch in Robinson Rivera. Where's the third wheel? It's who's going to step up in that third spot that's going to determine who wins this game.
And I wonder for Naugatuck, is it going to be a third player, or it will be a combination of the team? Because as we talked to Coach Wilson, who is in his 14th season with Naugatuck, he said the bench is not very deep, and that goes for a lot of high schools. There's not very high school teams that have a very deep bench. But unlike the last couple years with Naugatuck, as we saw, they get slim once you get past that 6-7 spot. So, you know, that's something to watch if you start seeing some foul trouble early on.
And that's why the coach's son is out there practicing with them and in the warm-up lines. In case they need him, they might throw a jersey on him and send him out there. Coach Wilson's son always goes through the warm-ups with the guys. The little kid's born with a basketball in his hand.
He has such a nice shot.
So good. Now, I got to tell you what, a lot of people out there excited about this game. Obviously, we got Ali Vestro with us. He was excited about. That's one of the reasons why he showed up. We got my friends from Stop and Shop over there in the produce section telling me today when I was down there, we're coming to see the game tonight, Dave. You know, throw us out a little bone there, mention us, and which I always do anyway because they're great high school fans. But it's starting to fill in. It's filled in pretty good behind you on the Crosby side. The opposite side over there is starting to fill in as well. So we could have a pretty decent crowd for this game tonight as well.
And I know there's people outside, not just the NVL, but outside the state and also within the state as well listening. I know there's a coach for the FCAC who's listening. I also know that there's a coach down near the shore who's listening as well. This game has caught a lot of attention because you have a Crosby team in Division II, which has, as we know, there's a lot of talented teams, and then Naugatuck being in Division I for the first time since they did the realignment back. There's a lot of people watching these teams, and I think if anybody thought that the NVL was not strong this year in basketball, you are highly mistaken. You have Naugatuck, you have Holy Cross, you have the St. Paul's,
Kennedy.
you have the Kennedy. I was just getting there. Exactly. You have the Kennedys. This is a strong team on both sides.
Absolutely. And you're going to see them make some dents into the state tournament. How far they go will depend on how well they develop during the season and if they have extra players that turn around and stand up.
Now, any final thoughts, Dave, as far as both these teams are concerned before we send it back?
I am not going to make a prediction in this game tonight. Not at all. I'm going to tell you what, Crosby has looked really good the last few times we saw him. I haven't seen Naugatuck, so I'm going to keep quiet.
So, Naugatuck, Crosby, both 4-0. We're moments away from tip. We'll send it back to the station. We come back, starting 5 and tip, here from the Crosby Palace. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WATR and 97.7 FM.
Thank you for your support and good luck to both teams. Now, will you please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Here will be coming on during the halftime for this iron versus brass battle between the Crosby Bulldogs and the Naugatuck Greyhounds, both 4-0, or if you like dogs, a Greyhound and a Bulldog. Two dogs I wish I had, which I don't.
I wish I had a hot dog about right now on the hungry side, but that's besides the point. Hey, you know, tonight we're going to see something that I have never seen the two referees that are here tonight. So we know that there's a shortage of referees out there. I don't know if they came from another board or, you know, just they're new officials or moved up from JV, but there is a shortage of officials out there. And tonight we got Greg Cousins and Chris Reno, and like I said, I've never seen either one of them.
The starting five for the Naugatuck Greyhounds: number 1, Aiden Robertson; number 2, Essayonic Poma; number 3, Evan Swanson; number 4, Avery Hinnett; and number 35, Jay Sean Lindsay. The starting five for the Greyhounds, coached by Coach Mike Wilson in his 14th season with said Greyhounds. And now, the starting five for the Crosby Bulldogs: number 2, Jonathan Rivera; number 13, Kenai Glenn; number 14, Jason Robinson; number 25, DJ Melendez; and number 30, Lyndon Frederick.
Now it's starting to get a little loud in here, Chris. Crosby's being introduced. The tension is building. The excitement is building. And Coach Augelli says, my throat hurts from yelling at the last game. I'm not going to yell that much this game.
And it looks like a quick switch was made. It's going to be number 10, Brandon Beeman, who's going to take the spot of number 30, Frederick. So it's going to be Rivera, Glenn, Robinson, Melendez, and Brandon Beeman, the starting five for the Crosby Bulldogs.
They call him Busy.
I've heard Brandon, I've heard Busy.
Yeah.
Either way.
I don't know. I got it down as Busy, or so he threw me off a little bit. But moments away from this game starting right now. And do you have any predictions on the game, Chris?
It's going to be a good game.
Oh, there you go. I like that. That's the easy way out. Or what kind of game it's going to be?
A honey of a game.
There you go.
Now, who said that?
Hoover, I sit right behind me. That's where you gleaned it from.
So if you're just catching us on the TuneIn app or on WHR, the Naugatuck starting five: Robinson, Anikpoma, Swanson, Hinnant, Lindsay. And for the Bulldogs, Rivera, Glenn, Robinson, Melendez, and Busy Beeman, Brandon Beeman, however he wants to be called. In the middle will be
Beeman.
Mr. Beeman, I like that.
All right.
And speaking of Beeman, he's in the center along with Avery Hinnant for Naugatuck. Naugatuck is ready. Crosby is ready. The ball is thrown up and we are underway with the Greyhounds. They attack right to left in their dark maroon jerseys. Crosby in their home whites. Naughty attacking right to left. Crosby will attack left to right. Outside three by Swanson is just missed. A loose ball picked up by Crosby. A vertical pass over to Kenai Glenn. Glenn, vertical pass, right low post to Melendez, and a hard foul. And that's going to put Melendez at the charity stripe. Foul was on Swanson, his first, team's first.
That basket should count. It hit the backboard and then was swiped out. And that's goaltending. So I don't think the trailing official saw that. Coach Jelly has mentioned it, but the trailing official did not see that goaltend.
First free throw by number 25, DJ Melendez, the sophomore. Bends the knee. Shot goes up and missed. And that does not make my partner happy.
She's going to start out already like this, huh?
Melendez averages 5 points a game. He's a sophomore. Wears number 25. Takes a breath. Bends the knees again. Shot goes up and misses. Both free throws missed by Crosby. Does not make Dave any more happy. Anikpoma slowly brings it up to Hinnant. Outside, back to Swanson, wearing number 3. Swanson back to Anikpoma. Anikpoma grew a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Anikpoma on the drive. Anikpoma lost it in a reach-in foul by Crosby.
I'm going to tell you what. Right now, Crosby is out of their standard 2-3 zone. I mean, man-to-man defense, and they're in a 2-3 zone.
How about this? Rivera already taken out of the game, and now Brandon Beeman's in already. Nick Argelli saying, I don't like that.
Well, that's Manny Escobols that came in.
Manny Escobols is in. Swinging around is Naugatuck. Swanson, Anikpoma back to Swanson, Hinnant on the drive. Pretty move, and the first 2 points of the game scored by the big guy, Avery Hinnant. 2-0 Greyhounds over Crosby. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter between Crosby and Naugatuck. Robinson top of the key. Working on Jay-Sean Lindsay. Step back 2 from the charity stripe. Misses. Defensive rebound. Loose ball picked up by Naugatuck. Hinnant. Vertical pass to Jay-Sean Lindsay. Showing off the speed. And right to the cup. A 4-0 run for the Greyhounds.
And
over Crosby.
The Greyhounds got out like lightning on that fast break.
Manny Escobolis driving. Manny Escobolis outside the three-point line looking for Kenai Glenn. Glenn also a sophomore averaging 8 a game. Finds Robinson the junior. Robinson outside the three-point line. Melendez back to Beeman again. Beeman coming in for Rivera, who had a quick foul and quickly substituted out. Loose ball still retained for a second by Crosby. Now it's back over to Naugatuck. That's Swanson. Swanson driving. Swanson back outside Anikpoma. Catch and shoot 3. Just comes up short. Defensive rebound by Crosby. That's Busy Beeman. Brandon Beeman himself. Manny Escobolis outside the three-point line again. Robinson catch and shoot 3. Left side. Misses. And defensive rebound by Jay-Sean Lindsay.
One and done for Crosby. They're ice cold right now.
Anikpoma outside the three-point line again. Long passes. Swanson driving again. Left hand soft and good by Evan Swanson. A 6-0 run for the Greyhounds over Crosby. 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Crosby looking for their first points. DJ Melendez back to Beeman. Now Robinson. Crosby attacking left to right in their home whites. Kenai Glenn back to Beeman. Beeman dribbling a couple times. Beeman driving. Beeman back outside. Robinson catch and shoot 3. Comes up short. Beeman on the D, or correction, that's going to be Manny Escobolis on the defensive rebound looking for somebody. Finds DJ Melendez on the left elbow. Back outside again. Another 3. Misses once again. The second consecutive 3 missed by Crosby, but they keep the possession. Naugatuck still attacking. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Greyhounds. Now a substitution as Melendez and Beeman will be out. In will be Frederick and Rivera.
And Crosby is ice cold. When's the last time you saw him go 3 minutes and a quarter without scoring?
Allie, would you know? Manny Escobolis, Robinson, still circling around the three-point line. Rivera, who's back into the game after committing his first foul. Catch and shoot 3. It's an air ball. Jay-Sean Lindsay on the rebound for Naugatuck. Vertical pass to Anikpoma. Anikpoma, long pass to Swanson. Swanson looking outside to hit it on the spin. He's fouled, and he'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots. Dave, that was a nice move by Hinnett.
You want my opinion on that? He could have gone up a lot stronger, but he got the contact and got to the charity stripe. I saw him practicing those in the warm-ups. Let's see how well they do at the line to start.
And that's huge. Remember the last time we saw him at Alumni Hall, free throw shooting was a little bit of a struggle.
Yes, sir.
First free throw by Hinnett. He bends. Right hand. No good.
Good form, though.
I was just about to ask you, what did you think of that form? Because I know that's crucial in free throw shooting.
Yeah, he just didn't put enough arc on it, but good form.
So what's the correction here? Just put a little bit more arc?
Put a little more arc on it, go up and over the rim.
Hinnett takes a couple dribbles. A little bit more arc. Just misses. 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Neither team has made free throws. Crosby still looking for their first points. It's 6-0 Naugatuck over Crosby. And then a block by Swanson on Connecticut in the right low post. It stays with Crosby.
I'll tell you what, forget the offense. Naugatuck is playing some stifling defense out there right now.
Jason Robinson inbounding, looking for somebody open. Robinson still looking. Vertical pass. It's intercepted by Naugatuck. That's Swanson. Swanson going coast to coast, finds a good pass vertical in the right low post to Jay-Sean Lindsay. He has 4. It's 8-0 Naugy over Crosby. 4:24 to go in the first quarter. Beeman, or correction, that's Frederick, back outside. Top of the arc, 3, misses by Manny Escobalos. 1 and done for Crosby. Robinson's looking for somebody, has contact by Crosby. He finds S.A. Onigpoma. Onigpoma quickly bring up past 3/4 of the court. Onigpoma is fouled and count it. No, they're saying offensive foul on Naugatuck. The basket does not count. Onigpoma's first, team's second.
And the Oscar goes to. There was barely any contact on that. That was a little touch and drop. But we used to do that in high school all the time, too.
Frederick's going to be out, Beeman back in for Crosby. So the Bulldogs have Rivera, Manny Escobalos, Kenai Glenn, Robinson, and Beeman. Naugatuck has Swanson, Onigpoma, Robertson, Hinnett, and Jay-Sean Lindsay. 8-0 Naugy over Crosby with under 4 to play in the first quarter. Crosby still looking for points, and we're going to have a foul on Naugatuck. That's on the football player, Aiden Robertson, who was a wide receiver in the fall. Team's third, and now Robinson inbounding behind the basket as Crosby attacks left to right on your dial. Robinson inbounding. Rivera driving. 10-foot shot comes up cold. Loose ball. Jay-Sean Lindsay has it. Vertical pass to Swanson. Swanson good in the left low post. Swanson has 4. 10-0 Naugy over Crosby. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Manny Escobalos working on Swanson, cuts back in, it's a loose ball defensively by the Greyhounds, and a foul committed on Jason Robinson on Onigpoma in the right low post. First personal foul on Robinson, team's third. Dave, I'm telling you right now, maybe it's just me, but I'm starting to, you know how I brought up fatigue? I think the fatigue is starting to hit Crosby a little bit.
Someone's going to call a timeout because of that, too. So timeout on the floor by Crosby.
And we'll take a timeout as well. 10-0 Greyhounds over Crosby with under 4 to play in the first quarter. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WHR 97.7 FM.
I have not seen a Crosby team go this deep into a quarter without scoring in the 18 years I've been doing this. Get that momentum back, to get that bounce in their step back, to get that confidence back.
Back here at the Crosby Pals, Chris Saunders alongside Dave Grant. Free throw shooting opportunities coming for S.A. Onigpoma after the foul was committed by Jason Robinson, his first, team's third. Neither team has made free throws yet. Onigpoma looking to become the first, and he will not.
You know, I could probably make a lot of money this year in the MVL with foul shooting clinics. You know that?
You did a couple years ago for a career.
Yeah.
Helped them out a lot. Onigpoma, second free throw is no good. 0 of 4 is Naugy from the free throw line. Last touch by Crosby. It stays with the Greyhounds. But 2 shocking things to me. Free throws so far, both teams are 0 for 6. And Crosby has yet to score with 3:26 to go in the first quarter.
Just never seen it before.
Swanson inbounding for Naugatuck. Vertical pass, Jay-Sean Lindsay lost the ball, but it is not a backcourt violation, so Jay-Sean Lindsay will slowly bring it up for the Greyhounds. Back outside Swanson, now Robinson. Robertson outside to Anikpoma, fakes out Kenai Glenn, he'll drive, left side, and strong by S.A. Anikpoma. First 2 points of the game, a 12-0 run for Naugi over Crosby, 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Jason Robertson falls down as he was driving on Jay-Sean Lindsay, back outside to Rivera. Catch and shoot, 3. Missed by Busy Beeman, Brandon Beeman himself. Swanson has it for Naugatuck, lost it for a second. Jay-Sean Lindsay dribbling. Jay-Sean Lindsay has a lane and finds the cup. He has 6, 14-0. Naugi over Crosby, 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Catch and shoot, left side swish in the first points of the game, the junior Jason Robinson. It cuts the 14-0 run for Naugatuck.
Robinson needed that.
Catch and shoot again, 3, and a swish! The Greyhounds have their first 3. Evan Swanson, he has 7. 7 of the 17 points for the Greyhounds. 2:18 to go in the first quarter, 17-2, all Greyhounds. Robinson, top of the arc 3, it comes up a brick. Avery Hinnett, vertical pass on the defensive rebound, finds an open player, that's Jay-Sean Lindsay. He has 8 of the 19 points for Naugatuck. Under 2 to play in the first quarter, 19-2. Greyhounds over Crosby. Rivera, top of the arc 3, misses badly. Avery Hinnett, defensive rebound. Jay-Sean Lindsay lost it for a second, regroups, and count it! Possible 3-point play for Jay-Sean Lindsay. Foul was on Rivera, his second, team's 4th. And Dave, I have to tell you right now, I'm looking at a very, this Bulldogs team is, it looks like they're missing something. I don't want to say energy, but they look tired.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. This is very reminiscent of the Holy Cross Crosby game, where Holy Cross just built an unbelievable deficit and then outscored Crosby in the second half. You know, Crosby's got to wake up sooner than later, or they're going to be in huge trouble.
And Hinnett will go up as the free throw was missed by Jay-Sean Lindsay. He was fouled by Crosby. Team's 5th foul was on Chris Spears, who's into the game.
You know, if you said to me before the game that we'd be looking at, in the first quarter, Crosby being down by 19 points, I would have told you you were crazy. But here we are, 21-2. Make that 22-2, with finally a free throw being made by somebody.
That was on Avery Hinnett. His first free throw made. He has 3 points, 22-2. A 20-point lead for the Greyhounds over Crosby. Second free throw by Hinnett.
I mean, I'm an announcer, and I'm shocked at this. You
know that? Free throw is missed. 1 of 2 is Hinnett from the free throw line. Rivera back to Robinson. Robinson just gets it over the long arms of Avery Hinnett. And Robinson has all the points. 4. That's all Crosby has in this first quarter. 4. Jay-Sean Lindsay. Anikpoma is moving by the traffic, but missed in the left low post, and a foul called on Avery Hinnett. That's his first, team's 4th.
But you know, as a coach, you can live with a foul like that because he's going hard at the offensive glass. You can live with the foul 1 or 2 like that, going after an offensive rebound.
22-4, Crosby down against the Greyhounds with 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Manny Escobalis trying to find Chris Spears, and another foul called on Avery Hinnett. That's his second, team's 5th. I have to admit, that's a push.
Yeah, and he's going to have to sit down now with 2 fouls in the first quarter.
And now into the game for the first time will be Pierce Saylor, number 55. So a little bit of height difference between Saylor and Hinnett.
And let's see if that gives Crosby any sort of extra advantage at this point in time.
Escobalis, top of the arc, finds Spears. Spears on the drive. Spears goes in hard, and an offensive foul on Spears for Crosby. His second, team 6. Anikpoma setting up perfectly in the right low post to draw the offensive foul.
That was a great defensive play by SA. Absolutely fantastic.
And how about the great call by the refs, Dave?
Yeah.
They've been good.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 so far.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Sailor outside to Poma, 22-4. Nagy over Crosby. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. 3 by Swanson, misses. Going for the offensive rebound, but blocked by Crosby. That's going to be Kenai Glenn. Vertical pass. Manny Escobalis. Floater right hand misses. Second chance no good. Third chance no good. Ball still loose, picked up by Naugatuck. That's Swanson. The Greyhounds attacking right to left in their dark maroon away jerseys, and looks like a timeout called.
Timeout called by Naugatuck.
Timeout called by Naugatuck. We'll keep it right here, though, with the Crosby Pals. 22-4. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby with under a minute to play in this first quarter.
Now, did you notice the minute Hinnant went out, how Crosby started to attack the basket and got 2 or 3 opportunities? They just, it almost seems like there's a lid on the basket for them right now. They had some really good looks. They just couldn't convert it, but they went right to the hoop right away. Hinnant, even if he doesn't block a shot, he's altering his presence in there. You look, watch it, Jason Robinson. You saw how he had to alter his shot and shoot it up higher. People are afraid to come down the middle because of it. So with him out, and he's not going to play the second quarter that much. You don't want someone to get a third foul in the first half. So this could be the opportunity for Crosby to attack the basket and try to crawl back in this game.
Naugatuck inbounding has Sailor, Poma, Jay-Sean Lindsay, Aiden Robertson, and Swanson. Crosby has Rivera, Robinson, Kenai Glenn, Spears, and Manny Escobalis. Finds an open Sailor, back outside to Robinson. Now Jay-Sean Lindsay, catch and shoot right corner. Comes up just short, fighting for the ball in the left low post. Last touch by Sailor, number 55 of Naugatuck. Good defensive play by the Crosby Bulldogs. They'll have the ball with 12.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Down by quite a bit, 22-4. Robinson down to under 10 seconds. Will dribble it up for the Crosby Bulldogs. Top of the arc, back to Rivera. Catch and shoot, 3. Swish! First 3 made of the game for Crosby, and the buzzer has gone off. We're through the first quarter, 22-7. Nagy ahead of Crosby. We'll be back in just a moment with second quarter action right here from the Crosby Palace here in Waterbury, Connecticut. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WATR, 97.7 FM. Back here at the Crosby Palace, Chris Saunders alongside Dave Grant. At halftime, it will be Ali Vestro joining us right here on 1320 WATR. A quick interception by Naugatuck, and going in is Evan Swanson, who had 7 in the first quarter, now has 9 with a 2-pointer in the left low post. 24-7. Greyhounds ahead of the Bulldogs with 7:30 to go in the first half. Chris Spears at the top wearing number 4 in his home white for the Bulldogs. Jason Robinson back outside to Kenai Glenn. And now a foul called on Naugatuck. That's on double 5s. Sailor, his first, team 6th.
It was trying to get a little bit too physical in there with Jason, and Robinson was scared for a minute that the foul was going to be on him. That was a good call. They're mixing it up a little bit too much in there.
Andre Arrington is in for the first time for Crosby. Out is DJ Melendez. Kenai Glenn back to Rivera. Rivera only has 3 points thus far in this game, 8 of 3 before the end of the first quarter. And then a block by Poma on Rivera, but Rivera able to get the rebound pass as it didn't get too far away from him. Spears fading away, shot is missed. Poma fighting for it and has the defensive rebound. Here goes the Greyhounds. Poma wearing number 2. Finds Jay-Sean Lindsay. Lindsay outside, Swanson, left corner 3. Comes up just short, fighting for the ball. And it looks like it will be a foul on Naugatuck. They're going to call that on Jay-Sean Lindsay. That's his first, team 7th.
Fouls are starting to pile up.
Yep.
Now wait a minute. If that's the 7th, it should be 1-1.
I was just thinking that as
should
well.
Be 1-1.
But plays continued. Now Nick Augelli's saying for things to hold up, but it's already been going. The possession's already been continuing. Yeah. Loose ball picked up by the Greyhounds. Vertical pass. Jay-Sean Lindsay. He's fouled and count it. Fouls on Spears. His third, team 7th. And now a missed opportunity for a 1-and-1. Naugatuck scores 2+, potentially.
And I don't know why the referees are ignoring them. They should say they made a mistake.
I think everybody heard him over our mics. Jay-Sean Lindsay will be shooting a and 1 here.
Yeah, they may try to correct this. I don't know.
But they can't take the points away.
I don't know. I don't know the ruling on this.
I've never seen this before. This is a first right here.
Yeah, and I do not know what the ruling is on this.
We're about to find out.
I think that if the ball goes into play, that's the end of it.
It's almost like in football where you, as soon as the next possession starts or next play starts in the possession, you can't challenge.
Yeah.
So now, whatever the discussion is, Nick Augelli, been with the program 41 seasons, is what it is. Can't go back.
Can't go back.
Jay-Sean Lindsay will be shooting an and 1, has 12 points, had 10 in the first quarter. Does a motion at the free throw line, was 0 for 1 at the free throw. Looking to make his first free throw of the game, and it rolls out. Free throw missed by the Greyhound, Jay-Sean Lindsay. Here comes Rivera for Crosby. Rivera finds the lane, going coast to coast, and it finds the hoop. He has 5, does Jonathan Rivera, the senior. 26-9, Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. Anik Poma. Hayden Robertson. Now Saylor. Saylor wearing number 55, top of the arc. The pressure by Crosby. Anik Poma. Looking for somebody. Has 2 players in Rivera and Robinson. Now Robertson for Naugatuck. Off the hands of Saylor. Back over to Crosby. A little bit of pressure by Crosby, Dave.
You know what? I think on that play that was missed there, there's 2 people at fault. Number 1, the referees are supposed to look up when a foul's called to see where they're at. And number 2, the scorer's table is supposed to buzz when it's a 1-on-1. And neither did their job on that interaction, and that's why it happened that way.
Each team now with 7 team fouls will be a 1-and-1 for the next 2 fouls. Rivera, long 3, misses the 3. Robinson gets the offensive rebound, shoots from the right elbow, misses. Second chance, no good by Crosby. And the Greyhounds are back on the attack. Anik Poma will bring it up. Anik Poma's driving. Anik Poma is fouled by Rivera. That's going to be his third, team's 8th, a 1-and-1. And you know what? The one free throw shooting has not been very kind for Naugatuck thus far.
Hasn't been kind to either of them. They're, Crosby's 0 for 2, and Naugatuck's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1 for 8.
Not very good.
No.
Anik Poma was 0 for 2 in the first quarter from the free throw line. 1-and-1 is good.
And of course, that's whenever a broadcaster sits there and says something, the opposite's going to happen.
2 of 9 now is Crosby from the free throw line. Trying to make it 3 of 10.
You mean Naugatuck from the free throw
line. Or Naugatuck,
line.
correction. Thank you.
That's all right.
Second free throw is good.
Rolled it home.
Found the hoop, did Anik Poma, and now 3 of 10 is Naugatuck from the free throw line, 28-9. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. With another 6 to play in the first half. Chris Saunders alongside Dave Grant and Kurt Schmid at the 1320 WATR studios. Rivera, the senior, looking around. Willard, who's into the game for Crosby for the first time. Arrington to Kenai Glenn. Glenn near the charity stripe, back outside to Willard. Now Rivera circling around the 3-point. Shoots up a long 3, takes a couple bounces and can't find the hoop. But a second chance by the junior Jason Robinson. He has 6. 28-11. A 17-point lead for the Greyhounds with under 5 to play in the first half over Crosby. And another foul called on the Bulldogs. That's going to be on Willard. His first, team's 9th, a 1-and-1. Back again, Anik Poma.
Starting to get a little bit physical out there, Chris. Tempers are going up. The frustration is showing in Crosby, and they're putting more of a stifling defense, but they're also getting more physical out there, and the referees will have none of it, and they're calling it every time there's a hit.
The 1-and-1 for Anik Poma is good. He's found his stroke. 3 consecutive free throws after missing his first 2. Naugatuck now 4 of 11 from the free throw line, trying to make it 5 of 12. Second free throw by Anik Poma misses. 1 of 2 is Anik Poma from the free throw line. Rivera for Crosby. Pass 3-4 to the court. Back to Willard. Willard, nice move, and finds the cup. First points for Willard, the junior, wearing number 40. 29-13. Greyhounds still ahead of Crosby. Under 5 to play in the first half. Long vertical pass. Jay-Sean Lindsay. 10-footer, Crescent 5-footer. Good. A swish by Jay-Sean Lindsay. He has 14 in this game. Catch and shoot. Rivera 3. Swish! He has 5.
Is Crosby starting to wake up a little bit?
I think a little bit. 31-16. Greyhounds still ahead of Crosby. 4:15 to go in this first half, but the Bulldogs showing a little bit more fight in the second quarter, Dave.
There they are. Travel call. Yep. I called that from over here. That was a good call, Dave.
4:09 to go in this second quarter.
It's just like Jose Dos Santos says. If he could sit here, they wouldn't miss a single call out there.
Willard, pass 3-4 to the court, wearing number 40. Finds the junior and Jason Robinson. Robinson to Rivera. Guarded by Anik Poma, staring him down like a hawk. Anik Poma back to Willard. Willard inside the 3, now back outside the 3. Now to Andre Arrington. Long 3 by Rivera comes up short. A loose ball. Anik Poma just keeps it alive for Naugatuck. Anik Poma wants to go coast to coast. No look past the Sailor, and it's last touch by Naugatuck. You know what, Dave? I like the idea, but Sailor just ran out a little bit too far. He
wasn't expecting the pass.
No.
He was expecting Anik Poma to go all the way on that, and he got surprised.
Crosby looking to cut the deficit. A loose ball, however. Fight for the ball by both sides. It's still Crosby. Intercepted by Naugatuck. That's Aiden Robertson, who's right there. Anik Poma. Long pass. Jay-Sean Lindsay. 7-footer misses. Aiden Robinson gets the rebound, puts it up under the basket in the left low post, and good. His first points of the game for Robertson. 33-16. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. Under 3 to play in this first half. It's been all Greyhounds thus far.
And I don't think I can remember the last time I saw Crosby pass the ball that much.
Crosby, another turnover, and it turns into points for Naugatuck. That's Jay-Sean Lindsay. 16 for number 35. 35-16. And then Jay-Sean Lindsay got called with the foul. Wow. Okay. Second personal, team's 8th. 1-and-1 coming for Crosby. And they're not going to miss that one.
Yeah, I was going to say the officials got it that time. There's a 1-and-1 coming up.
Dave, first time seeing Naugatuck, 2 things right here. First off, I'll go with the substitution. Ryan Noble is in. Out is Jay-Sean Lindsay. Now back to Naugatuck. First, passing. That has not changed. They love to pass, and we've noticed that.
Yep.
1-and-1 for Crosby is no good. Fighting for the ball. Missed free throw by Jason Robinson. Kenai Glenn goes up, and he's fouled. And they're going to call that. They're going to call it Aiden Robertson. That's his second, team's 9th. 2 free throws for Kenai Glenn. Now back over. The second thing for Naugatuck, tenacious defensively.
Yep. Now you got 2 players with Naugatuck with 2 fouls. Remember, Coach Wilson says they are not that deep at all.
No, they're not.
So that could play into a factor. If Naugatuck gets themselves into foul trouble, that could get the opening for Crosby to get back in the game.
Both free throws made by Kenai Glenn, his first points in the game. Crosby now 2 of 3 from the free throw line in this second quarter. 35-18. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby with 2:35 to go in the first half. Swanson to Sailor. Sailor driving on contact, was hit, no foul called. Loose ball still picked up by Kenai Glenn of Crosby. And here go the Bulldogs. Glenn got away with a carry, but missed the basket completely. Ryan Noble on the defensive rebound finds Swanson, number 3 for Naugatuck. Swanson, the left elbow, and he misses. Defensive rebound by Crosby. That's Andre Arrington. Willard trying to find Jason Robinson, and then Anik Poma diving outside, and last touch by Naugatuck, but the effort by Anik Poma in the right corner as Crosby was attacking left to right. Cannot question the effort by Anik Poma.
Stops the fast break.
That's true.
You know, even though the possession stays with Crosby,
Yep.
He got the ball, slid out of bounds, stopped the fast break.
So what you're saying is it allows the defense of Naugatuck to regroup.
Absolutely.
Substitution for Crosby, Jason Robinson is out. So they have Glenn, Willard, Rivera, Manny Escobalis, I should say. Escobalis, Willard driving, right hand, comes up empty. That's going to be Saylor for Naugatuck on the defensive rebound. Saylor with pressure on, 2 players up, 3 players up for Crosby. Saylor gets by for a second and a foul called on Crosby. Double bonus.
I don't know what he was complaining about. That was a pretty straightforward foul there.
Willard's second, team's 10th. 2 free throws coming for Naugatuck. They're 4 of 11 from the free throw line. First free throws for number 55, Paris Saylor.
You know, whenever I take the book on a game, I always put a thing off the side, ties and leads, changes. And I thought to myself, boy, that's going to be full tonight. And there's not a single tie or lead change whatsoever. It's been Naugatuck coast to coast.
You should have missed free throws.
I got them here in front of me.
So do I.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying it's a lot.
It is.
Second free throw made by Paris Saylor, 1 of 2. Crosby now 5 of 13 from the free throw line thus far in the first half. 1:45 to go in said first half, 36-18. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. Manny Escobalis trying to get by Noble, finds Andre Arrington. Back to Rivera, driving inside, makes a step, and a travel called on Rivera. Greyhounds will have the ball back.
That's that European step that I don't like.
The Euro step.
The Euro step. I'm glad they called the travel on that.
They called that, what was it, the last game we did? Holy Cross against Crosby. They called that as well. Paris trying to get it to Poma, just gets by Willard, and a foul called on Willard. That's his third.
Poma's smiling because he put on a little Oscar show there, like, oh my God, he hit me really hard when he barely touched him.
Well, remember,
and the referee saw it.
Remember, that happened to him when he was driving on the opposite side, and he got called with an offensive foul. So, you know, a little payback.
A little payback. Double bonus now.
Poma, first free throw, no good. How's your, did you bring any Alka-Seltzer?
I got it in the car.
You might want to go get that. For people who may not know, Dave was one of the best free throw shooters in probably the world. Never missed a free throw.
Well, let's not go that way. Rick Barry was better than me, but that's besides the point.
Second free throw missed, however. Second chance good by Ryan Noble of Naugatuck. A missed defensive rebound allows Naugatuck with 2 easy points in the left low post. A 20-point lead for the Greyhounds over to Crosby. 1:18 to go in the first half. Chris Saunders alongside Dave Graham.
Poma is doing a phenomenal job of defense on Riviera.
Aiden Robertson back outside to Kenai Glenn. Now Rivera. Rivera guarded by Poma. Rivera trying to get by, puts up a brick, and the smallest player on the court gets the defensive rebound. That's Paris Saylor. Saylor, right side, Noble, catch and shoot 3. Bang! 3 by Ryan Noble. He has 5 quickly off the bench, wearing number 10 for Naugatuck. 41-18. It's all Greyhounds. Escobalis trying to make a pass. Kenai Glenn, right low post. In good by Kenai Glenn. He has 4. And Crosby cracks the 20-point mark exactly at 20. And Saylor looking for Poma. And we'll have a timeout called by Naugatuck. We'll take a timeout as well with 30.7 seconds to go in the first half. 41-20. Naugy ahead of Crosby. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WHR 97.7 FM.
Look over down at the bottom underneath the basket.
Attention fans, Crosby for
to 20. Yes, I said that right. 41-20 with 30.7 seconds to go in the first half. Right where we are at the Crosby Palace will be Evan Swanson. Swanson shaking the ball a couple times, finds Poma. First up is Kenai Glenn, now he drops. Poma Long pass to Sailor. Sailor lost the ball, trying to keep it alive. He does. Somehow Aiden Robertson, and a jump ball has been called as 2 players, one for Naugatuck, one for Crosby, fighting over the ball. Jump ball called.
Possession stays with Naugatuck.
So Naugatuck has Aiden Robertson, Swanson, Sailor, Ani Poma, and Ryan Noble. Noble has 5 points. Robertson spinning, can't find it. Still has the ball, however. Tallest player able to kind of reach over both players for Crosby. And what a play by Noble on the left low post. He has 7, down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Escobalis, the buzzer goes off. The 3 comes up cold, and Andre Arrington missed it right before the buzzer. So, first half has concluded, 43-20. Naugatuck ahead of Crosby. We'll be back in just a moment with the halftime show as Dave Grant and Ali Vestro will be talking about this game and anything high school basketball. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WATR 97.7 FM.
All my ladies, climb to the left, kick to the right, drop it down low, take it back high. You know I don't need introduction. Follow my steps for instruction. Wind to the left, kick to the right, drop it down low, take it back high. You know I don't need introduction.
And we are back here at the Crosby Palace. The Naugatuck, except maybe for Naugatuck, would think would be transpiring right now with Naugatuck putting on a shellacking on the Crosby Bulldogs, leading at half 43-20. First quarter 22-7 in favor of Naugy. Second quarter 21-13 in favor of Naugy. With me here, back on the radio station again, my friend, my pal, my best friend, who got me into this business on the radio 17 years ago, Ali Vestro.
Hello, Dave Grant, and hello, Chris. It's great to be here with you guys. Watching this absolutely phenomenal game. When you're away from it for a while, you just realize how good it is to be here to see these kids playing the way they're playing.
So what do you think so far? Did you think that the Crosby was going to come out that cold? I mean, they went a total of, in the first quarter, they went 5 minutes and 15 seconds without scoring and then had a 7-0 run with 2:35 left in the quarter. Did you ever imagine that would happen tonight?
No, I didn't. Although I am very impressed with the Naugatuck Greyhound team. They are quick. They are looking for each other. They're playing great team ball out there. I'm particularly impressed with Evan Swanson. I like the way this kid looks out there. He's kind of running that club from the background, and the passes are right on the money. This team is hustling like I haven't seen a team hustle in a long time. I'm very, very impressed with the Greyhounds. Now, on the other hand, like you said, Dave, Crosby started out missing a few shots, and I think they lost their confidence right away because, I mean, they weren't even close with a lot of those shots. It just, you know, and once they get to that, like Chris had mentioned, you start pressing, you start thinking about the shots because you know you're not hitting them, and then you're behind and you know you have to catch up. So it's a bad scenario for Crosby. And they're going to have to get some kind of special break to give them a spur to get back in this game.
Now also, I noticed when this started to happen that Crosby was passing the ball a lot more. It was like everyone was afraid to take a shot. They didn't want to be the one to throw the shot up and miss again. And so they were throwing and passing the ball. We're used to seeing Crosby pass the ball 2-3 times, the shot's up.
If that many.
If that many. And we saw tonight at least 3 or 4 different situations where there was 10, 11 passes before someone took a shot. That's not Crosby basketball. They also have been unable to do the standard Crosby MO, which is to create their offense off their defense with their stifling trapping. They started automatically in a straight 2-3 zone to try to deflect the height advantage of Naugatuck, but Naugatuck's done just a great job of penetrating the creases, pumping the ball out, getting a shot, and then going after the rebound.
Well, as you saw back here, Crosby was trapping in the backcourt, but Naugatuck seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever, and they're finding the open man. Secret with trapping to beat it is to get rid of the ball as quickly as you can, and that's what Naugatuck's been doing. They've been getting the ball out to outlets, and the team is always helping each other. A lot of help out there from all these kids.
So, what do you think Crosby has to do to get back in this game in the second half?
Say some prayers.
Okay, there you go. that would help, obviously.
Yeah,
all right.
Pray for a miracle at this point. You mentioned the foul trouble, but on the same token, Naugatuck played most of that first half without their big man.
Exactly.
And now he's going to be back in there the second half. He had picked up 2 quick personal fouls, but he's going to come back, and that's going to be a little trouble inside. This kid is good.
Yeah, they did not take advantage when he was out of going to the basket more, and I think a lot of that had to do with Anakpoma. The defense that he's putting on the guards of Crosby is not allowing them to actually penetrate in there and go to the basket. He's stripping them as they're coming down.
Not only that, but he blocked a 3-pointer.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen that in I don't know how long. He went up. Oh my God, he skied. But I don't think the Crosby team was expecting anything like that.
Rivera tried to do the step back 3, and he just launched himself up there and swatted it away. I mean, Naugatuck has just got to keep doing what they're doing to run away with this victory. Crosby has got it in the first 3-4 minutes of this quarter. They got to establish a run. They got to get some confidence back. They got to get a bounce in their step. They're down by 23 points. If they can't cut this down 10 points really fast, lights out the rest of the game.
Yeah, indeed. Both of these teams are 4-0 coming into this contest, and I'll tell you, I can't tell you how impressed I am with the Naugatuck team. Naugatuck probably should have won the state championship last year.
Yeah. Yep.
They got sidetracked by the COVID, and what a shame, because that would have meant even more confidence for this team this year. But I like the way they look. I mean, they're playing in an away game here, and they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing, and they are looking good.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, when officials are out there on the floor, there's always going to be missed calls. They're human. Yeah. It's just going to happen. Boy, I've never seen that, someone miss a 1-on-1. I've never seen that happen before.
Well, like you said, they should have been notified by the officials.
By the bench as well.
Yeah, and that's Crosby's.
Because it's home.
Yeah.
Crosby should have been
right away.
And that's why they miss Kathy Anward.
Kathy Anward, yeah.
I haven't seen her this year in all the games. She would have been right on top of that, buzzing that horn, saying it's 1-on-1.
Oh, for sure. But I just want to tell you, listening to you guys, I love the way the broadcasts are sounding. Chris, you've been doing a great job with the play-by-play, and I think you got the best game analyst that I could have ever given you as my gift to you. And Dave just does a great job deciphering that game and also reading into it what teams should do. Not only what's just happening, but what teams should do too. And keep up the good work, Dave and Chris. You're doing a great job.
Before we leave,
yes,
just wanted to say to everyone, Ali Vestro gifted both Chris and I with the Hoop History book, 50 Years of High School Basketball in Waterbury, Volume 1 by Michael Griffin. It's a wonderful read. You're going to be hearing a lot of stats coming out of this. And you've read it pretty much. It's been put together very well, hasn't it?
Right. And he's doing another book. This one only goes back to 1970, but he's doing another one that's going to come from the early years in Waterbury up to 1970. And I'm helping him out with that one, too.
All right, well, we're getting ready to start the second half here. And the ball's in play. Crosby has the ball.
That'll be Jason Robinson. Robinson outside to Beeman. Beeman driving. Beeman is blocked by Aiden Robertson, and that's Avery Hinnett, who came out of the game earlier with 2 personal fouls. He's back in. Essayani Poma outside. Swanson back to Aiden Robertson. Robinson trying to make the pass to Hinnett in the low post, and it's easy peasy for the big guy Avery Hinnett, who only had 3 in the first half. 45-20, a 25-point lead for the Greyhounds over Crosby. 7:20 to go in this third quarter. 3 by DJ Melendez. Comes up cold. Here goes Anik Poma. Anik Poma with a slam! What a play by Anik Poma. Complete windmill for Naugatuck.
And you knew that was going to happen.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
He can rise. That kid can jump.
Oh, that was a slam.
It almost reminds me of there was this one player in Torrington. You could just see the adrenaline coming out of his sweat as he was running down on that one.
Shot missed by Crosby. There's Anik Poma.
Kai Tittle.
Yep. Swanson. Didn't Hinnett. Hinnett left side. Good in the left low post for Avery Hinnett. He has 7, 49-20. Greyhounds all over Crosby. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Rivera, top of the key. Anik Poma working on him. Robinson gets by Swanson. Back outside Melendez. Offensive foul on Jason Robinson. His second, team's first here in the third quarter. 49-20. Yes, 49-20. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. 6:30 to go in the third quarter.
Jason Robinson was out of control that time. Anik Poma's a great job at taking the charge. He's taken about 3 of them tonight already.
Robertson to Hinnett. Hinnett back outside to Jay-Sean Lindsay. Catch and shoot 3 comes up short, but the hustle for the Greyhounds. Second chance for said Naugatuck, and that's Jay-Sean Lindsay in the left low post. He has 18. The hustle continues for the Greyhounds. 51-20. All Greyhounds. And a timeout call by Crosby. We'll take a timeout as well. 6:01 to go in the third quarter. 51-20. Greyhounds ahead of the Bulldogs. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WHR 97.7 FM.
You know,
He asked how you were doing, by the way.
you tell him I said hi.
He said he's watching us right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Coach, how you doing? Oh, no, you can't reply.
When we get back on, we'll mention him.
Yeah.
Rivera, DJ Melendez. Rivera, he's got 10. Jay-Sean Lindsay. 2-point score by Rivera for Crosby. Jay-Sean Lindsay driving in the right side. He's slow to get up. Crosby has it back offensively. Vertical pass over to Jason Robinson. Robinson working on Anik Poma, and count it. Robinson with 8. The foul on Anik Poma. That's his second, team's first here in the second half. But now the bigger question, I mean, Jay-Sean Lindsay went pretty hard, but looks to be okay as he's had quite a night. 18 points, number 35 for Naughty.
And Robinson completes the traditional 3-point play there. 25-51, favor of Naughty.
5:35 to go in the third quarter. Swanson slowly will bring it up. Anik Poma brought up quite a bit for the Greyhounds. Decides to be Swanson. Long pass over to Anik Poma in the corner. Finds Hinnett. No look, and a right-hand slam by Avery Hinnett. 2 slams back-to-back for Hinnett and Anik Poma.
And
53-25, it's all Greyhounds.
And that will really, really put a team down. They're getting dunked on twice in a row.
Rivera catch and shoot, swish, and count it, possible three-point play. Fouls on Robertson. His third, team second. 1-1, or actually not 1-1, but a and-one opportunity for Jonathan Rivera. This is a time, Dave, where for Crosby, you're looking for anything positive to carry on into the Newtown game, which is the game they have on January 4th.
And Newtown coach is listening to us right now, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Tall couch himself. Great coach. Free throw was made by Rivera.
Great coach. Hey,
I know you love him.
I do. Hey, Coach, how you doing out there, huh?
Swanson slowly brings it up for the Greyhounds past midcourt. Swanson finds Hinnett to Jay-Sean Lindsay, who has 18 points. Robertson back to Swanson. Swanson back outside. Jay-Sean Lindsay. Lindsay fakes it out, puts up the air ball, and as you would guess, air ball means not good. Jason Robinson, Jay-Sean Lindsay reaching in. He committed the foul. His third, team's third.
It's interesting to watch. Coach Wilson way up by 25 points, still coaching like crazy over there. Nick Augelli down by 25 points, still coaching like it's a close game out there. That's the sign of a good coach, because you're trying to teach the kids whether you're killing a team or whether you're getting blown out.
DJ Melendez, Jason Robinson goes in on contact, no foul called. Melendez has it for Crosby, finds Kanai Glenn. Glenn, right hand floater, pure by Kanai Glenn. He has 6. Only a 23-point lead for the Greyhounds over the Bulldogs with 4:15 to go in the third quarter, but still, the Bulldogs fighting in this game, even down. Anik Poma in the right corner. Greyhounds attacking left to right, Crosby attacking right to left. Saylor trying to get by Melendez, the pressure. Saylor trying to get by 2. He finds an open Swanson, catch and shoot 3. Bang by Swanson! He has 12, does Evan Swanson. Number 3, 56-30. All Greyhounds.
Greyhounds just have that bounce in their step out there, that confidence in every shot they throw up, and Crosby is just tight.
And speaking of tight, Anik Poma holding his left hamstring. And a jump ball has been called. That's not good if it's a hamstring.
Yeah, he looks like he's a little gingerly out there. But he hasn't requested to come out yet, so let's see what goes on.
Substitutions coming in for Crosby as number 30, Lyndon Frederick, is into the game.
And Crosby's going to put on a full court man-to-man and try to create some offense off of their defense. Let's see how well it's broken by Nagy. And it's not.
No, it's not. Crosby able to get the ball right back, putting on the pressure. Saylor just on Rivera. Last touched by Saylor. It stays with Crosby. So even down of which they are, Dave, Crosby still putting on pressure.
Well, they have to. It's the only way they're going to get back in the game.
Melendez working on Saylor. Melendez spinning. Melendez looking. Finds Spears. Kanai Glenn to his right. Finds said Glenn. Glenn dribbling a couple times. Glenn, right hand, floater, misses. And Hinnett just grabs it straight from the top of the trees. And Hinnett spinning around looking for somebody. And he finds Swanson on his right side. Swanson will bring it up. Anik Poma fakes it, and he's hit hard by Frederick. His second, team second.
Looks like Hinnett listened to me. I told him before the game, I said, stop bringing the ball down for the Squirrels. He kept the ball up there strong that time, and that's why it wasn't taken away from him.
What did he say when you said that?
Yeah, I know. Coach tells me that all the time.
And I wonder how Wilson heard that from you all the time.
He's a smart coach, let me tell you what.
He's a very good
coach. That man
coach.
played Division I basketball, okay? The connection that the two of us have is I transferred into Ryder. He started at Ryder and transferred out. So we both played at the same, went to the same school for a year.
Second free throw missed by Anik Poma. He's 0 for 2 in this third quarter. A loose ball, however, last touch by Naugatuck. The Greyhounds, for even as which they're up by, right now by 26 points, the one bugaboo is their free throw shooting. 5 of 16. Not good when you're trying to win a state championship. DJ Melendez to Spears, has Rivera to his right side. Spears driving. Swanson able to hit it out of Spears as he was driving in the left low post. Out of bounds on Naugatuck. It stays with the Bulldogs.
Man, he looks so much like his older brother. You know that?
He really does. His brother, a 1,000-point scorer back in 2019.
Yeah.
Scored in a playoff game against Brian McMahon, first round. Melendez, Spears, Rivera, left corner three. Comes up short, right to Robertson for Naugatuck. Saylor, Swanson, horizontal pass. Swanson just gets it to Anipoma. Anipoma driving, spinning. And last touch by Crosby. So it stays with Naughty.
Naughty was very fortunate that time.
Yep.
Anipoma was really out of control coming through there. Lucky that it was hit by Crosby. Could have very easily lost that ball.
Naugatuck inbounding behind the basket of Crosby. Saylor spinning. Saylor trying to get it to Robertson, wearing number 1. Robertson back outside to Swanson. And now Swanson will take a little bit of the air out of the ball. Dribbling a couple times, finds Anipoma. Still 3/4 of the court. Naugatuck attacking left to right. 2:15 to go in the third. 56-30. Now make it 58-30 with a possible three-point play for S.A. Anipoma.
That was a classic give and go. I saw that developing right from the time that Anipoma had that ball. He was throwing it, and he came off the pick. He came off really hard off the pick, wide open right to the hoop. Classic give and go.
Anipoma looking to make a free throw, has only made 3 in this game, and he's been at the free throw line quite a bit. Anipoma dribbling a couple times. Puts it up and misses, but it's tipped in by Aiden Robertson. He puts up the easy 2 in the right low post. 60-30, a 30-point lead for the Greyhounds. Missed 3 by Crosby, that's Spears. Spears falls, and a foul committed on Naugatuck. Team's 4th, and that's going to be on Aiden Robertson, that's his 4th.
And that's Naugatuck's biggest lead of the night, 30 points. Yes, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
I said that Naugatuck is leading Crosby at Crosby by 30 points.
Rivera inbounding to Spears. Spears catch and shoot right side, rattles in for Chris Spears. His first points of the game. 28-point lead for the Greyhounds with 1:50 to go in this third quarter. Pressure by Crosby, unsuccessful. That's Saylor for Naugatuck. Finds an open in Aiden Robertson. Back to Swanson, top of the key. Swanson trying to make a pass. It's taken away. That's Rivera. And Rivera is going to try to get it in on the left side, but he misses the bunny. And a foul committed on Crosby. Just nothing going right for the Bulldogs.
You know, when I was in college, my college coach, John Carpenter, had a rule. And that's one of two things. Either you dunk the ball or you lay it off the glass. None of this dipsy doodle over the rim because you miss it all the time.
It almost looked like he was having a brain fart.
Yep.
Avery Hinnett driving in and foul. And he flexes after getting the possible and 1 play. Number 4, Avery Hinnett.
You can't stop him when he's in there.
No, once he starts to go, once he revs up that engine,
Yeah.
you're not stopping him. At least not many players can.
Well, not in this league.
No.
He's just got to make the decision, the commitment that he's going to go to the box and let them get him the ball so that he can score.
Hinnett bends. The and 1 is no good. Tipping in a second time, a third time. Anipoma has it, and good by Anipoma. Relentless effort by S.A. Anipoma. Naugatuck over 5 of 17 from the free throw line. The 3 missed by Spears. 1:15 to go in this third quarter. 64-32. It's all Greyhounds. And Manny Escobalos hits it off the hands of Saylor as he was driving in the right low post. But he'll stay with the Greyhounds. And now a substitution coming in for Crosby. Busy Beeman, Brandon Beeman himself coming in for Frederick. So the Greyhounds have Swanson, Robertson, Hinnett, Saylor, and Anipoma. Crosby will have Robinson, Spears, Beeman, Manny Escobalos, and also Rivera. 1:05 to go in the third. Naugatuck attacking left to right. Saylor trying to drive. It was tipped. And then Spears, who was trying to keep it alive, hit it off of Hinnett, but they'll say last touch by Crosby.
He was out of bounds. He
Okay.
came down before him.
Okay.
That's what they're saying, but I think it's going to be overruled and it's going to be set the other way. And that's exactly what happened.
I'm not totally blind yet.
No, well,
Not
that's
yet.
the only call it could have been was that he was down on the ground when he released the ball.
Yeah.
But the outside ref saw it and corrected it.
Down to a minute to play in this third quarter. Escobalos gets by 1-2 and puts it up over Hinnett. What a play by Manny Escobalos. 64-34. 30-point lead. Or correction. Yes, it is a 30-point lead for Naugatuck. Saylor to Anipoma. Anipoma floats it in to hit it in the right low post. Easy for the big guy himself. He has 10 in this quarter, 13 total. Down to 30 seconds in the third. Rivera. Anipoma working on Anipoma. Back to Spears for 3. It's an air ball right to hit it. Hit it trying to make the pass to Swanson, but it goes out of bounds. Dave, he was looking for you.
I was looking at the ball. I said, do I reach out and get that, or I just leave it alone? And I don't know. I felt I just let it go. Let one of the fans touch it.
66-34. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. 19 seconds to go in this third quarter. Spears is out. Arrington's in for the Bulldogs. Jason Robinson will be inbounding to Rivera. Has Escobalis is on with Arrington and Kenai Glenn.
Notice how Jason is holding his things. That's a sign of tired. Jason Robinson is exhausted out there right now.
Robinson pointing out for Rivera for the pick. Goes right side, down to 7 seconds. He's driving and was tipped by Avery. Hit it, lost the ball for a second. No look to Anipoma. Anipoma's going to slam it with both hands. And what a way to end the third quarter with Anipoma for Naugatuck. Slamming it hard. His second dunk in this third quarter. 3 dunks for the Greyhounds. And we're through 3. 68-34. Greyhounds ahead of Crosby. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment here from the Crosby Palace. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WHR 97.7 FM. How many points did Crosby have in that quarter? Fourth quarter, Crosby begins with the possession. Rivera, right side to Andre Arrington. Now Jason Robinson. Robinson working as Robertson against Robinson. And they're going to say, what a play by Naugatuck defensively, as Aiden Robertson is completely hyped.
They said Robinson gave him a hook and called the foul on him.
So that's his 4th, team 6th.
I got to say something, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
And I've kept quiet, okay? This is not a very good officiating team. I'm sorry. They've missed a ton of things out there. They've been totally inconsistent. They've gone from calling touch fouls to letting them kill each other. You got to stay consistent.
It only took until about 8:07 here in Connecticut for you to say that.
Well, I've been trying to refrain myself, okay? I've been trying to be good about things, but missing a one-on-one, missing a goaltending, giving the Oscar award to Anipoma for a couple of charges. It's just
Anipoma looking for Robertson, and a turnover by Naugatuck. So, Naugie scored 14 in the third. Crosby scored 25 after scoring 13 in the second and 7 in the first.
Well, at least they're getting better.
It's moving up a little bit.
They are exhausted. You can tell.
You can tell.
You can tell that double overtime game took a lot out of them.
Robinson, high 3, comes up short. Avery Hinn on the defensive rebound, fights Aiden Robertson. Back to hit it again, and a double hand slam. Anipoma, stop showing off. We know you can dunk. Wow. Man. Somebody sign him up for the dunk contest, please. Do they have one?
That kid can hop, man.
What's the saying? Kids have mad hops? He's got mad hops.
He's got mad hops, is right. Oh, my goodness.
70-34. Greyhounds over Crosby. Wow. 6:20 to go in this game. Rivera trying to make a pass to Kenai Glenn. Glenn back to Rivera. Rivera driving. Rivera uncontested, floats in with a soft left touch. He has 15, 70-36. All Greyhounds. Paris finds Swanson. Swanson on the drive. Swanson wants to go coast to coast. He can't. Ball is hit out. Sailor fighting against Rivera, and Rivera is able to find a way to get by Sailor and the left hand, but they won't count it because he traveled. It was the Euro step.
It was the Euro step, and Crosby doesn't like it, but unfortunately, I like that call. I don't like the Euro step. I don't. I just don't like it. I think it's a travel every time.
Anipoma, horizontal pass to Sailor. Sailor stuck in a corner on 2 on Arrington and Rivera. Finds an open in Aiden Robertson. He wants to try for a 3. Comes up a tad short, but there's Hinnett spinning. Tries to pull up, no good. 3rd chance by Hinnett, 4th chance by Hinnett, and he's fouled. And it looks like Hinnett may have been hit in the face on contact. Fouls on Robinson. I think if that's on Robinson, he fouled out. That's his 5th.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it is on him. It's him.
That's on him. He's done.
Yep.
So Jason Robinson's day is done with 9 points.
I got to say something that we haven't really talked about during this game at all, Chris. This is almost like you're looking at Nick Augelli, the godfather of coaching, here in Waterbury, named on it. And you got Mike Wilson over here. Very, very talented, very knowledgeable. Up and coming, building a program over at Naugatuck, building a great program over at Naugatuck. So you're seeing the coach that's getting ready to retire soon versus the one that could take over as one of the godfathers of basketball coaching.
So much knowledge between these two coaches.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
So much.
Yeah.
And its first free throw is good. Dave, what'd you see right there from his free throw motion?
See how high the ball went in the air?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So that means it was good.
It's not all about the base. It's all about the arc.
Robertson is out of the game. Jay-Sean Lindsay will be in. And its second free throw is no good. But Anipoma still fighting, gets the offensive rebound, trying to make the pass to Jay-Sean Lindsay, and it's intercepted by Frederick of Crosby. 1 of 2 is Hinnett. 6 of 19 from the free throw line is Nagy. And driving in and fouled is Kenai Glenn. Do they call the foul on the big guy?
That should go in. That should be counted also.
Oh, did it go in? I didn't see that.
No, it didn't go in, but they hit it off the glass again. And if that's the case, that's the second goaltending that this officiating crew has missed.
Foul was on Hinnett. His 3rd, team's 5th.
That is a very, very easy call. The ball was on the backboard. That is a good basket. That is a horrible call by the official.
So if anybody wants to send a letter to Dave,
Hey, I don't care.
No, I agree with you, though, as the free throw was missed by Kenai Glenn.
You can't miss those things.
No, you can't. I agree.
I mean, that is a very easy thing to get. If the ball hits the backboard and you hit it, it's a goaltend, plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like the double yellow line and driving. You cross it, you're at fault.
Exactly. For second free throw made by Kenai Glenn, 1 of 2. He has 7 points. The pressure by Crosby, they have 2 up. Now they go to only 1. Willard guarding Anipoma. Anipoma, Swanson, right side, trying to go left, and then it's tipped away by Frederick of Crosby. Willard will bring it up for the Bulldogs, wearing number 40. Willard to Rivera. Rivera, no look to Frederick, back outside to Willard. Willard to Rivera, left corner, 3. Bang by Rivera. He now has 17 points, does the senior Rivera. Averages 26 thus far this season. Anipoma will slowly bring it up. We're down to under 5 in this quarter, 71-40. All Greyhounds. Greyhounds will move to 5-0 after this game. Anipoma slicing and dicing, and he's fouled in the right low post. The amount of cuts that Anipoma takes, Dave, as he's driving to the basket, I don't know. I'm not saying this because, whatever the case may be, I don't know how you guard that. How do you guard that?
You got to be faster than him.
And
there's no one out there faster than him.
That's what I'm saying.
And the subject, right?
If you're not fast, just don't even try.
Yep.
Wow.
Another foul out by Crosby.
That's going to be Frederick, so he's out. So now Spears is back in. So it's almost like the double OT game where they were losing players, except this is not going to double OT.
No, it's not going to double OT. They're just want it to get over with.
Anipoma set to shoot the free throw. Free throw goes up, and it's no good. Willard had it for a second, hit out by Anipoma. Crosby Naugatuck 6 of 20 from the charity stripe. Finds Hinnett. Hinnett will slam it with both hands. 75-40. Naughty over Crosby. 4:18 to go in this game.
I never would have thought it would have been this much. I mean, I thought that Naugatuck had a great team, and I thought that this would be a close game, and maybe the fatigue, Naugatuck would win. But I never, ever, ever thought you'd be looking at a 35-point lead by Naugatuck with 4:13 left in this game on the Crosby Nick Augelli court.
Shooting free throws will be Kenai Glenn. His first free throw is made. Now, another thing, too, if people are wondering, as Ryan Noble is going to come in for Paris Saylor, why are the starters still in for the most part? It's because, A, it's the beginning of the season. 2, as Coach Wilson put it to me, we're still trying to find ourselves, and he's still trying to allow these players to get reps. This is a new team other than a couple players, as the second free throw was made by Kenai Glenn. Swanson's a first-year starter. Jay-Sean Lindsay's a first-year starter. Aiden Robertson, this is his first year starting as well, full-time. Noble, right side in the low post, no good, missed the bunny. Defensive rebound by Crosby, here comes Rivera. 3, high arcing, swish by Rivera. The teardrop good from the far of arc of the three-point line. 75-45. All Naugatuck. Hit it, spinning by, and slams it right side again, just by Andre Arrington.
This is getting dismal to watch, Chris.
77-45.
You know, if I was on the other side, we'd be talking about what we're going to cook for New Year's Eve.
Rivera, high 3, and he gets another one. Back-to-back threes. 3 threes made by Rivera in this fourth quarter. Something positive to carry into the Newtown game. 77-48, and then defensive play by Jonathan Rivera. Willard, Rivera, catch and shoot, left corner 3. Just comes up short. Ryan Noble on the defensive rebound. But then stolen away by Crosby. That was Kenai Glenn. And then he's hit on the head and a foul called. And Nick Augelli was running down the side on his side of the court if they didn't call that foul.
Oh yeah, you would have seen the veins sticking out of his neck and his face turning beet red if there wasn't a foul called there.
Kenai Glenn will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is no good.
I think Coach Augelli's going to start putting some other players in.
8 of 16 is Crosby from the free throw line. Now still make it 8 of 17. Last touch by Crosby, back over to Naugatuck. 3:10 to go in this fourth quarter, 77-48. Naugatuck ahead of Crosby. Swanson, vertical pass to Anipoma. Anipoma traveled. Turnover on the Greyhounds, back over to Crosby. 18 fouls for Crosby, 7 for Naugatuck. Next game for both sides. Crosby has Newtown on the 4th, and Ansonia will be taking on the Greyhounds in an iron versus iron battle. And now we'll have a couple substitutions coming into the game for Naugatuck as the benches will clear.
Benches will clear right now.
Yep.
It's time to take out your starters.
Thomas Berry, Jalen Francis, and Dylan Brooks will be into the game.
How much did Anipoma and Hinnett have?
I'll have to add that up. And also, too, Michael Diedelbaum, number 30.
Oh, you know him.
Yes, I do. Played football. I called him Earth because he's a ground and pound machine as a running back.
Really?
And he's a fantastic linebacker.
Cool.
Manny Escobalis, top of the key, driving in. Escobalis, left side to Willard. Willard driving. Willard goes in hard and good. Willard still fighting even though the game is out of hand. I have to admit, Dave, this Crosby team, even though they're down by 27, they're fighting.
Well, they better. Otherwise, they'll sit on the bench and they won't be playing the next game.
Good point. Spears has it for Crosby, intercepted by the Bulldogs. Spears driving, back outside to Arrington. Arrington, Manny Escobalis decides not to shoot the 3, working on Berry. Gets by Berry, back outside to Arrington. Right hand floater, good by Andre Arrington. 77-52. Nagy ahead of Crosby. 2:20 to go in the 4th. Thomas Berry, wearing number 0, finds Diedelbaum, number 30. Working through to Brooks. Now Francis.
That was a huge travel right there that the referee didn't see. He took about 10 steps.
And the drive in good by number 33, Francis. First points in the game for Francis, 79-52. Still Nagy over Crosby. Working outside, now to Dunbar. Right hand, comes up cold. Defensive rebound by Michael Diedelbaum. Finds Thomas Berry. 1:45 to go in the 4th. Berry gets by 3/4 of the court. Barry trying to make a pass, intercepted by Crosby. That's Willard. Willard to Manny Escobalos. Escobalos back outside to Willard, and it rolls in for Willard. He has 6. And now the inbounds for Naugatuck. Barry over to Francis. Francis, the Dito bomb. Brooks, catch and shoot, right corner 3. And it finds the hoop. A swish for Francis. Correction, that's Brooks. 82-54, all Greyhounds.
They can't miss it. And I'm watching this. This is crazy. As people are leaving, they're turning and talking to the officials as they're leaving and telling them that they don't like the job that they were doing.
Under a minute to play in this game. Dito bomb to Brooks. Misses in the left low post, but then another miss as well for Naugatuck. Defensive rebound for Crosby. Willard finds Dunbar. Now Manny Escobalos. Manny Escobalos had it taken away. That's Saylor. And Saylor runs into to Dave.
Thanks, buddy.
Dave, you right?
Yep. Thank you, sir. I could have an anxiety attack after that. The reason we're laughing is we were doing a state championship basketball team. Allie Vestra was sitting next to me. It was Sacred Heart and I think Notre Dame of Fairfield.
Yes, it was.
It was like a 1-2 point game with 3 minutes left, and all of a sudden the ball comes rolling towards our table, and so do 3 guys. And the bottom line is however it happened, I'm trying to protect Al, and I got my tendon severed on my arm, and I have a Popeye muscle to this day because of it, because it got just hit really hard there. And so it was just anxiety with him coming at the table again.
I'm just glad you're okay.
I'm all right.
40 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, 83-56. It's all Greyhounds. As people are starting to exit the Crosby Palace, this game decided well early in the first quarter. Thomas Barry left side, another foul by Chris Spears. Well, if you saw your life pass before your eyes, Dave.
Yeah. It's like deja vu, man. Not again.
At least it wasn't like a huge player like hitting it, as the free throw was missed by Barry.
Yeah.
Then you may have felt that one a little bit.
Yeah. Well, luckily this time the table sort of stopped everything.
How many points did Swanson have?
What was that?
Evan Swanson, how many points did he have?
12.
Second free throw is good. Now it is 36 seconds left, and it is 84-56. Crosby obviously is going to win this. Escobar goes up and is hammered as he goes to the hoop.
Barry 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 84-56. Naugatuck well in front over Crosby. 28 seconds to go in this game.
You know, there was a point in time where Allie was out and I had to do the play-by-play, so I can do that every once in a while.
First free throw was made by Manny Escobalos. You want to carry away the final 28 seconds?
No, sir.
What a way for Naugatuck to end 2021 as the free throw was missed by Manny Escobalos to be 5-0 going into 2022. Yep. As the 3 was made by Andre Arrington, he has 5 in the game. 1 of 2 is Manny Escobalos on the free throw line. The ball was taken out from Naugatuck, down to 15 seconds. I don't anticipate Naugatuck, or rather Crosby, to even shoot the ball, honestly. Or will they?
Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
They will. Willard will drive in, right low post, good by Willard. He ends the game with 10 points, does Willard, but this game is over, and the Bulldogs lose to the Greyhounds. Final 84-62. We'll wrap things up here from the Palace and preview the next game for us next week, as we'll be at Kennedy against Watertown. This is the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball on 1320 WHR 97.7 FM.
We are back. Crosby High School. This has been a shellacking of Crosby Bulldogs. Unfortunately, they did not start out very well tonight. Could not find the basket. You could tell that they were tired from the double overtime game, but that's not to take anything away from Naugatuck whatsoever. Naugatuck came out operating on all cylinders. They are big. They are athletic. They are quick. They are relentless. They are unselfish. This is a great team out here I would have loved to see the two teams play with Crosby being at full strength and not having an off night, but I still think that Naugatuck would have emerged with the victory no matter what. They look to be the better team. Crosby's got to do something to figure out what to do when they come against competition that's a little bit better than them. And it was just a total shellacking. I mean, Crosby scored 7 in the first quarter, 13 in the second, 14 in the third, and then 28 in the fourth, whereas consistent Naugatuck was 22, 21, 25, and 16, but the starters came out with about 3.5 minutes left to play, and so they could have very well been in the 20s again. Chris, take it away.
Onigpoma, 18 points. Avery Hinnett, 18 points. But I think the bigger, as I lost my pen, oh, I got it back. There wasn't a lot wrong as far as with the Naugatuck side, but they were 7 of 23 from the free throw line.
Yep.
That's atrocious. Onigpoma attempted 12, only made 3. Hinnett attempted 7, only made 2. They have aspirations of making not just the NVL tournament, winning a championship on both the NVL and for the States. It's going to be very difficult to do that if you can't make your free throws.
You're absolutely totally right. Unless you are that much better than the other team where it really doesn't matter, okay. But when you get into the third round, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, you're going against teams that are the same caliber. And you know what? They're huge at that point in time. The free throws are absolutely huge. And I sound like a broken record. I say it over and over and over again. They're free. They're given to you. They're called free throws because they're free. They're easy points. I'm going to tell you what, in the NVL, they all look like they took lessons from Shaquille O'Neal.
I hope he wasn't listening.
That doesn't matter.
But here you go. The bright side for Crosby, and I understand the score 84-62. I get that. Naugatuck scored 14 points. Crosby had 0 up until about under the 4-minute mark, 3-minute mark. But they did finish strong. They had 25 in the third, 28 in the fourth quarter. It is something to carry over to Newtown, but I do think, and maybe it's just me, Dave, but I truly believe that fatigue played a huge factor with Crosby after that double overtime game with Kennedy, when you consider everything, the emotions, the energy, all of that, and then having to regroup less than 48 hours to face another very physical, and you could almost say they're 1A, 1B. And I think anybody who looks at this game and says, oh, Crosby, this and that, with what they dealt with, let's see what happens when the rematch happens again, because I think these teams are going to meet up again. And if you told me that this was a preview before the game of the NVO championship, which I think could be anybody, I think I could see it. It's very possible.
Listen, Naugie's good. We know that. Crosby's good. We've seen them go fantastic.
Yep.
Holy Cross, we've seen them play fantastic games.
Yep.
It's Kennedy.
We'll see
fantastic.
Kennedy next week.
We'll see next week. But, going to the wire, I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot, and we said this beforehand, a lot of parity this year. And, it could come down to, who's on and who's not, and that's the way it'll end. Just want to say a special thanks to our halftime guest, Ali Vestro. Like I said, Ali was the one who got me involved in this 17, 18 years ago. After church one day, he says, hey, you want to come on the radio and talk about basketball with me? I said, what are you talking about? Well, yeah, come on. We'll have fun. Let's just do it. And here it is, 17, 18 years later. And thanks, Ali, for getting me involved, and thanks for coming and giving us your insight. Ali's been doing this for since before I was born. Any final comments, Chris?
Anything for you?
No, looking forward to our next game.
Dave, I'll be seeing you against
Next year.
Kennedy. Yes, next year.
Next year.
And by then, I'll be 29.
Wow.
Crazy,
Ooh,
right?
old man.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, wait till you get to my next birthday's 60. When you get there, then you can talk old. We won't even mention your age.
I'll see you later, Dave.
All right, see you, Chris.
That'll wrap things up here from Veterans Field here. Or, correction, not Veterans Field. That wrap things up here from the Crosby Palace.
You're back in football again.
I am back in football. Our thanks to the coaches and ADs of both Crosby and Naugatuck. Thanks to Kurt Schmid and the WATR studios. The NVL in the 75th consecutive year of high school basketball has been sponsored by DeGiorgi Roofing, Drew International, and by your local neighborhood Waterbury pharmacies, including Bunker Hill Pharmacy. And once again, thank you all for who were able to tune in tonight for this game between Crosby and Naugatuck. Make sure you catch us next week.
Next year.
And next year. You just had to add that one in, too.
Yeah, I did.
As Kennedy and Watertown tussle, we'll be seeing J.P. Vance, and the first time we'll be seeing Kennedy as well, and that will be at Kennedy High School for Dave and I right down the street.
And it's good to see Armin Lavasser back coaching at Kennedy.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what he does that night.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Your final score here from the Crosby Palace, 84-62. The Greyhounds defeat the Crosby Bulldogs. They move to 5-0. They finished the 2021 season undefeated. For Dave Grant, I'm Chris Saunders. So long, everybody. We'll see you next year in 2022. So long, everybody, and be safe.